Cordy, and if your hummus doesn't have caramelised onions in it, I don't want to hear about it, and that's all there is to it. So last week I showed you this preset template. So if you go presets, if you haven't seen this already, basically on the left hand side you've got templates, and preset 02C is 2 tones AB, and this is kind of what I've discovered is pretty much one of the most powerful routing methods you can use, and this effectively enables you to use a dual amp setup and use loads of effects and have enough DSP to be able to do some of the more experimental things I think that I certainly wasn't able to do before when I was using dual amps in the way that I was. So I've done a video on this last week, and I think I'm going to just talk about it again today, because for me it's kind of the biggest thing in the HELIX world that isn't firmware 3.0. So again, today I've been experimenting with mixing and matching different amps, and today I was using my kind of Andy Timmons clean preset as a jumping off point. And so what I've got is the Cali, Texas channel 1. And I've also got the derailed Ingrid on the other channel. So my cleans are sounding like this. And one of the really cool things that I can do now, which I couldn't really do before because I was having to run effectively 4 Elephant Man delays to mimic the Andy Timmons thing, because he uses Memory Man, one with 350 milliseconds, the other with 500. Those two, obviously if you're doing a dual signal path, you quickly run out of DSP, but I'm able to do that at the centre of this preset. So I've got the Memory Man, or Elephant Man, sorry, and one of them is in 350 milliseconds, the other is at 500, and there's a little bit of chorus on both of those, but I feel that kind of I've also got the Trinity chorus, I think, after that. A trick that I learned from Eric Johnson was to put your chorus after your delay pedals, and that kind of helps give that kind of dreamy tone. And like last week, I'm using at the very end the modulation double take, which is kind of like the TC Electronics Mimic or something like that, which basically just spreads the tone across the stereo field a bit. And works quite nicely to thicken up kind of clean. Okay, and then I'm snapshotting across. I've got slightly more gain in snapshot 3, is that? And for each of these cleans I can also chuck on a Timmy to take me into kind of lower gain lead territory. And then my main kind of lead snapshot that you would have heard in the video at the intro is using the snapshots to kind of boost the gain on both. So kind of my typical sort of lead tone, a little bit more kind of and you can turn off the boost if you wanted. So yeah, I just wanted to just So I just wanted to draw your attention to that again. I'm going to drop this preset into my bundle as usual. This is the Jay-Z Two Tones and, because I'm using basically some of the Andy Timmons settings from my other patches as a jumping off point. But I think it's just a really useful kind of template. I think it's a really useful template that if you haven't checked out yet, you might want to, just because for me this has completely revolutionised the HELIX again, so that I'm able to do dual amping stuff and make use of more effects than I could before, and kind of just get the tones that I was wanting to get, but I was finding myself limited by CPU. This kind of unlocked that for me. So again, you could get this preset in my bundle if you want it. If you could like and subscribe, that would be really helpful. I just wanted to show you what I've found has been really inspiring me about the HELIX over the past week. And like I said in last week's video, if you want to try out just this template, go into the template set list, and it is 02C, 2 tones AB. 2 tones AB for me is the one that I'm using, and that works quite nicely. If you change the blend and the split path to be kind of like 50-50, that's what I've done here, so that I can kind of have 2 amps at the same time and use loads of effects in between. So hopefully that's useful, and I'll catch you for another video soon. Cheers!